Well, after Christmas, back out in the shop working. I wanted to show, I did some more shop cleanup. This is the last bin I got from the move, and it's all my drill bits and stuff that goes in the drill bit drawer, lubricants and stuff. But I still haven't figured out what to do with all of these. My drawers are full. Well, that one's emptied of that. So I'm trying to figure out what to go in there. These guys are torque wrenches and stuff, so those are all full. I think, yeah, these are full too. I gotta figure out what to do with all my drill bits, Allen wrenches, drivers, little kits like that. I might put a spot on the shelf. I don't know. Maybe right up there. Little spot. And just stand them all up. Sort them through. I'm not sure. That's why I'm kind of stopped. So I'm like, okay, get back to work on the motor. Anyway, so bolted on some accessories. Can't remember exactly where I left off, but bolted on some accessories, cleaned them up, bolted them on, picked the best of the two. There's wiring harness and stuff under there. I still have not tensioned this guy, but I think I'm going to build the tool because it didn't come with a tool. And it's a manual tensioner, so you tension it and then tighten this guy down, holds it in place, hopefully. It's integrated engineering, so I mean they put a lot of effort into it. Should be all right. Got all these guys all cleaned up, ready to go on. They're labeled driver's side. There's transmission and motor, Then I got an extra doodle there. I think it goes on this one. On that one right there. So I got the hood cleaned off. I recycle bins, but it goes in there. Some stuff that goes in the shed for home stuff. Just like I said, part of cleaning up. A little bit of cleaning up, a little bit of work, and eventually it gets done. Got a bunch more stuff hung up on the pegboard. All my miscellaneous junk, light bulbs and household stuff. And then I got this little section right here I still got to work with, and then, you know, all of this abrasives and tapes. I moved the tapes because I was running out of room. I just have way too many. I'm never going to buy any tape again until I use all this up. So I think I'm going to die before I need any more tape. And then I expanded the Sawzall in sections anyway. So it's coming together. I'm pretty happy. So I started working on the motor again, like I said. And I realized that what I'm doing is this exhaust manifold. I'll show you really quick so you can see. There's two gaskets. It came two kits. So one came with a manifold, one came with a turbo. And if you see, you overlay them. Oops, sorry. Overlay them. One's got rounded corners. One's got square corners, but they're the same flange bolt style. So the smaller one actually fits kind of nicely there. It's got a little bit on the sides here and here, but I can't grind that out that much. Right, so it's just the way it's designed. And that bigger gasket's even bigger, but the rounded edges fit the turbo nicely. So I used it and I laid it on this guy. You can see I laid it on there. I put the studs in and laid it on there, and then I Sharpied out. I already started, and I was like, oh, I should probably be filming this, because you're an idiot. I always do that. Anyway, I don't know if it'll make much difference, but I'm going to try and round that off in there. See if you can see in there. Try to round that off in there, and then get the material out that I can. There's plenty on this manifold, so it shouldn't have a problem. But, we'll do what we can, and then the film, I'll show you what it looks like when I'm done. It's going pretty, it's cast iron, so it grinds out pretty easy. So we'll do that, and then I'm debating on whether to use this intake manifold or not, or intake gasket again, because I can't get one. And this is for the other head. This is for the AWM head. This is an AEB head. So the intake ports are considerably bigger. You can see how much bigger. I think I can just take my little, Dremel and clearance that. Like snug these guys down or something, and then just clearance them, and then that might be fine. But This is a cloth paper, and this is steel, but it's got some stuff off the edges, so I don't know. It looks like I could reuse it. I might do that. We'll see how the dremeling works. Anyway, I'll come back when I have this work done. Alright, well, I had to wait for the air compressor to shut off, but then again, we're not looking for perfection. So if you look down, there's still a little bit of edge there, but it's quite a bit smoother, especially around the short radius there. And just trying to clean it up a little bit. So as an example, put get this guy out of here. The light down here. And it's considerably, oopsies, sorry about that. It's considerably smoother. So I'm not going for 1,000,000 horsepower, but I mean, if you can do 15 minutes worth of work and try to clean something up a little bit, then so be it. All right, so now I'm going to try and put this guy on the engine and mount the turbo, I guess. Alright, well, I always saw a little time lapse. These guys were really difficult. I had to use like 3 different wrenches. They're in there. I mean, only so much you complain about, but threads are all sticking out about the same amount. I think I got them all tight. It's hard to tell when they're slipping off and stuff, but everything's all tight. And then I went ahead and bolted this guy on because I'm fixing to go in the lift it up to put the rear, take it off this guy, put the rear doodle on, and the clutch and stuff. So I needed something to lift from, so I think I'm going to lift from this flange here. I don't know, there used to be some hooks or some lift points. There's one there. Maybe there's one up front somewhere I just haven't put on yet, or maybe there's a bracket I'm missing. I'll have to look around, because if I can get another lift point, that'd be nice. And that's a lift point there, but I don't know if I want to do that. Looks like I did before, or somebody did. Anyway, so it's this guy's bolted on. I think it's clocked. This is water. Yeah, I don't know. I'll have to check and make sure. That's the oil drain. It might be. I might need to clock it the other way. All right. Oh, that's water. That's the oil drain there. So I'm probably gonna have to clock it. Yeah, that's the oil drain for sure. So I'll probably have to clock it down I might be able to even use that factory thing. Let's see here. Factory deal goes on there. Nope, it's going to be short. That's too bad. Well, I cleaned it, but it's all right. Make a new line. Anyway, that's that. Making progress. Next thing is I'm going to bolt the intake manifold on. And, well, I'm going to clear that gasket, then bolt the intake manifold on. And then try and get some of these hoses connected. And then we'll lift it up. And with the lift, take it off of the stand and put the rear seal on, flex plate, clutch, and then make the transmission up. And then it'll be ready to put some motor mounts on and slip slide in the dual. Got a good bit of work. I don't think we'll get done today, but that's what our plan is for moving forward. All right, guys. Got this thing off the motor stand. Everyone's seen that before, but put the single mass flywheel on. These bolts, according to the instructions from Clutch Masters, is 45 foot-pounds. So I got those torqued, and I put two of the pressure plate bolts in, and then I just did like that, and then I could torque them by myself instead of having somebody here. Then I cleaned off that much dirt off of the face, even though I didn't really touch it. Now it's time to put the doodle in. I lubed I checked the center bearing and lubed it, so it's all nice and spinny. Made sure it didn't need to be replaced, and it didn't. And there's the clutch. So we'll see how it works. Go with the pressure plate and put some screws in, and then I'll be done for the night. Oh, this is just a little bit. Oh, I forgot to video the injectors. I got those in, but it was a little bit of a struggle. I got the injectors in and the fuel rail on. A little bit of a struggle finding they were the right length. I ended up buying some different ones. I think I showed you. Some SFI Smart Fire 1000cc. These are the old ones, but this is the case they came in. But they had multiple different O-rings, but I had to get some different O-rings to make them work. But they sit in there really nice and everything. I'll do a better view of them, but it's bolted down and they still move. So they're in there good, but they're not too tight. No pressure on them, so that should be good. Anyway, let me get this guy on, and then we'll buckle it down. I think it's 19 foot-pounds on these, and we'll see how it looks. All right, got those guys all in. I forgot to mention on the single mass, it's got balance components in it. So the pressure plate and the flywheel need to be aligned the way they were balanced and the way they're keyed for the crank, and they marked them from the factory. So you got to make sure those line up. You can put it on backwards or differently, I think, because the dowel pin could go down here, maybe. I don't know, but yeah, it's on, and that's it. Oh, yeah, buddy. That the reason why it goes thunk is because it's got a lube in the pilot bearing there, just a little bit. You can see it on the. Yep. All right. Anyway, there we go. So that looks like that. We're running out of parts and pieces. The next thing is I'm going to put the new throwout bearing. Sorry, the new throwout bearing in the transmission, and then bolt that all together, and then it'll be time to set it in the car. All right, we've got this plate in. I don't know if you watched the other video, but I put the clutch on and the transmission on without this plate. I'd take the transmission back off. You don't have to take the clutch back off. It's grooved. Put this plate in, the starter in, little bracket on the starter. Got my transmission mounts. You can see where I marked them. Both these guys. We're gonna try and put it in with all the mounts on. Got all our hoses and stuff on that we can find. think I talked to you about the SFI injectors therein. I had to put a little bit of a spacer. I don't know if you can see it, but right here there's a washer. That's all. It's like a 1/16 inch, and then we can still move these. So just a little bit of a spacer. They were just a little bit different. I mean, just a little bit. It was the way they sat in there. Anyway, I almost forgot to put this bracket on, but we got that. Those guys tight. I think everything else is. The only thing I haven't done is the put the tension on the timing belt, and so we're gonna have to do that. I don't know if I just need to buy that tool or make one, but it's a manual tension timing belt, so I have to tighten it and then tighten or put it on and then tighten that guy down. Anyway, I think it's ready to go in, so that's what we're gonna do next is try and set it in there. We got this mount just setting in there loosely. I mean, it's got the bolts in it, but they're not tight, and everything else is up out of the way. So we're gonna try and set it in, and we might have to take some of these back off. I can't remember. It's been a minute since I've taken it apart, so this guy's loose, so it almost sounds like I did have it off. But everything's kind of loose right now. We're gonna try and put it in and see how it goes, and then maybe we can do it without moving motor mounts around. But if we do have to move motor mounts, we'll move motor mounts. No biggie. No biggie. All right.